Welcome back, it's Kyle with All in Survival, and today we're going to be talking about an up-and-coming topic, seeds and seed vaults. With all the political unrest and back and forth with pandemics and fires and everything else, it's not unusual that we are starting to hear more and more people talk about putting away seeds for future survival. Today we're going to give you 5 reasons why buying seeds today and putting together a seed vault is a good investment for your future. Number 1, security for your future. Did you know that buying seeds at today's prices could be a valuable instrument for the future? It's important that you're looking at different varieties and different methods and different companies that are selling seeds. It's also important to look at what region these seeds particularly might be best for. But all seeds can be bartered, sold, or traded. You'll also have a sustainable source of food if a catastrophe were to happen. It's great to have that ability to grow your own food. It's important to store your own food because plants don't grow overnight. You'll need a few months worth of food on hand. But starting a survival garden right away is a big help. Whether it's natural disaster, pandemic, or even war, having a sustainable food source on hand gives you peace of mind that your family will be taken care of. Number 2, long shelf life. While normal seeds are good for 1, 2, maybe 3 years, with the proper techniques, you can extend the life of your seeds for up to 10 years. This means if you seal them properly, you can get up to 10 years worth of value by buying each of your packets. This right here is an arc that I bought in 2012. When I went ahead and replaced all of the seeds that you saw today, I gave this to my wife and we opened it up, and some of the plants, not all, but some of the plants in the garden are coming from these particular packets. If in the right Mylar style bags with an oxygen absorber sealed, these are still good over 10 years later. Obviously, containers are important. Remember, the outer portion of the container is just to keep rodents out of your seeds. They need to be in a cool, dry place. And if you can keep them from having oxygen on them all the time, you will extend the life of the seed, potentially indefinitely. Number 3, variety. It's important to buy several different competitors' products because there's going to be a lot of different types of variety. It's really not a good idea to just grow one type of apple. You want to try and grab a little sample of all the different types of fruits and vegetables if possible. This will extend your seeds longer because you'll be trying new things all the time. For our seed vault, remember, we're looking for non-GMO. We're looking for heirloom seeds. If you have some regular seeds from, let's say, Walmart or Home Depot, by all means, practice using those seeds. That's okay. But for your vault, let's have the good heirloom seeds for the future. When we're talking about vegetables, lettuce is great. Everybody eats salads. Go ahead and plant some lettuce. Give that a shot. Some onions, green peppers, any of that type of stuff is great. It's just mostly important to get out there and try. Work with the dirt, work with it. You'll get knowledge over time. If you have a piece of property, go ahead and add yourself in some fruit trees, an apple tree, a pear tree, maybe just toss a citrus tree in the corner. If you're in a location that you can do that, by all means, put them in. But those take lots of time. Other fruits such as strawberries, it doesn't take very much time to grow some fruit on a strawberry. So you have to practice. Also, herbs. Herbs are very important because the diets are going to be pretty bland if there's a catastrophe. herbs are very important. So as you saw, I had several different packets of herb plants, seeds. It's really important to get some oregano and some different things going. Garlic is always a big thing in our house. So practice. Lastly, not everybody's going to be up for this. This is a challenge. This is bonus challenge. Start collecting seeds that are herbal medicine seeds. Some things are solely good for medical purposes, but you can get those seeds now and they could pay huge dividends later. I'm going to try and do a whole nother video on just herbal medicine. I'm not an expert, but I'm always learning. Number 4, disease resistance. How do we get the best disease resistance that we possibly can? That's by buying local. Try and find a shop that's local that sells seeds from your region. Now, a lot of the big box stores are going to have hybrid seeds, and they are going to be extremely resistant to those diseases out there. However, you cannot collect up those seeds when you're done with that plant and replant them. They're just not going to work for you. You must work with something that's sustainable for the long haul. While working with your seeds, you're going to get to work with trial and error, and you're going to get some practice at understanding what plants are going to give you the best yield. This, in the long run, is what's best for you and your family, knowing what plants are actually going to produce fruits and vegetables for your long-term survival. Number 5, self-sustainability. Sustainability and your self-reliance is going to be a big deal. At some point, there may not be anybody coming to your rescue. You must attain and build the skills necessary to take care of yourself and your family. Growing a small garden and putting some food away, building those skills, learning different trades that are no longer in wide knowledge. You need these things. It's important. Put some time and effort into this and every single project that you do. Remember, it's really likely that you live in a community. Having these seeds on hand, even if you don't have the perfect green thumb, work together in your community. There is somebody that is an expert at growing things. They may not have the amount of seeds that you have put away. Collaborate, work together. This is a great thing. I am not going to be the guy in the garden every day. It's more likely that I'm going to be on the corner pulling security. But we all have talents, and I'm not going to rely on somebody else's seed collection for my family's sustainability. Finally, having a sustainable food supply means that you can rely less on others around you. Having the ability to make decisions for yourself based off of your needs and not what everybody else is wanting and needing is super important. That is part of survivability, sustainability, and self-reliance. All right, survival seed vault can be basically any material you want. The most important thing is that this outer container is designed to keep the critters out of your seeds. I used a fiberglass medical box that was basically free to me. And it needs to be able to be mobile and indestructible, basically. A lot of people use 5-gallon buckets or smaller buckets, 2.5-gallon plastic food grade buckets. That's great. I went ahead and used this. Works for me. Inside, I have a regular backpack with the seeds are in it. The backpack makes it a little extra mobile if I don't need it inside the case. And inside this backpack, the very first thing is it is one large Mylar bag. I'll go ahead and show you before I break it all out. Inside this is a silica desiccant to keep any moisture away and an oxygen absorber to keep the oxygen as low as possible. This will extend the life of your seeds. All right, what we have here is several different products, and I'm not a guy who says that you need to buy one particular product. In fact, I think it's a really good idea that you have several different vendors and different setups, because you want to have some variety. You want to have the ability to trade, barter, go ahead and set up a garden, donate it to a community, whatever you need to do for long-term survivability. It's important to have some herbs, and these bug out packs by Sustainable Seed Company is a really good starting pack. There are several different companies. What you choose is up to you. I think it's important to have singular packs. I really like the fact that they've packed everything real small, easy to barter. All right, to recap, when we talk about preparedness, we're constantly looking at our current situation and deciding if we can do it better. This was my survival seed bank for the last 10 years. Now we're here. I believe that you constantly, continually look at your preps and decide where you can make improvements. It's a step by step by step. I don't dump tons of money every single month. I do a little bit every month. Always prepping. Thank you for joining us and sticking with me to the end. We're doing the travels through our preps, we're looking for shortcomings, and we're moving forward. Today, we looked at seed vaults and why, the 5 reasons why it's so important to have one, and use those to protect your family and your family's sustainability. Thank you for joining me. Please give me that like if you can, and I'll see you in the next video.